Now moving into the hamstring muscle group, we have the patient here in a prone position so we can observe the posterior thigh. To review its origins and insertions, we can start up here on the ischial tuberosity, and we know that the biceps femoris is going to run all the way down the lateral part of the thigh. It's going to insert onto the head of the fibula, and then in the medial thigh we're going to have the semitendinosus as well as the semimembranosus, which we could see the tendon of semitendinosus very nicely there, semimembranosus sitting a bit deeper to it. The semitendinosus goes to the pes anserine, and the membranosus inserts into the posterior part of the tibial condyle. With the patient in this test position, these muscles do knee flexion, and you can see when I load in, both these tendons pop nicely and I get a good contraction all the way through here. Relax down. There are actually 4 hamstring muscles. 4 of them do knee flexion, just like that, because they all cross the knee joint. But the short head of the biceps femoris actually starts on the femur and goes across the knee, so it actually doesn't aid in hip extension the way the other 3 do. In this position, we can get a better outline of all 3 muscles. So if we just resist there, you can see the muscle belly all through here, the biceps femoris. And then you can see the muscle belly of the semitendinosus all through here. And then, of course, the membranosus fibers are a little bit deep to it there. If we want to isolate these a little more, this is a very general muscle test just to keep the ankle neutral, where I lean into it like that. If we want, we can do a little bit of internal rotation there. Hold there though. Let me internally rotate you. And then we can again do a muscle test to focus a little bit more here. And then we can do an external rotation, hold there, to again pick up the biceps femoris a little bit more. So if we want to see something really cool, what we can do is do internal and external rotation of the leg and see reciprocal inhibition in action. So what I'm going to do is support the ankle, and I'm going to try and turn you in, and right away you can see that biceps femoris tendon just shut right off. And then we'll come back the other way and look at the biceps femoris tendon pop up, and this other one sort of disappears going back the other way. Look how that just comes to life, and the other one disappears. This is a prime example of reciprocal inhibition because we have activity here with inhibition there. Going the other way, and you see that whole medial compartment just come to life. So to do a seated hamstring muscle test position, you just have the patient sit on the edge of the table, and then from here we're going to stabilize across the knee, and then I'm going to cup just behind right across the Achilles tendon, and I'm going to be trying to pull his foot forward. It's probably best if you don't stand right in front of the patient here, just because of the close proximity of the foot to your genitals. We probably want to be off to the side a little bit so that when I do this muscle contraction, hold there nice and strong and check that muscle, it would just be like so. We can do a little bit of rotation as well with this one, either externally or internally, to again isolate a little bit more of the tendinosus membranosus versus the biceps femoris in this case here. A little bit harder to palpate these because I'm supporting on top of the quad, but we could reach under and hold there, and I can feel the tendon pop right underneath my hand here, or conversely if we went the other way, same thing again. Now I can really feel these tendons underneath my fingers. And again, if I ever were to lose or slip, his limb's just going to go like that and I'm clear, I'm out of the way.